It's week 6 of the NFL, and the focus is on the Thunderbirds' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Thunderbirds and the Dreadnoughts, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Vancouver club, they come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats, but guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. And look at this defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he will have the 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw again. touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now a handoff up the middle. Yates, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Here now at 3rd down and 8. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Yates. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Wilcox, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Slot man moves right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dreadnoughts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Wilcox. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilcox. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
To pick up a 3, brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd and 4.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yards. Okay.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, here comes Lewis. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll run. This is Brown. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll run on first down. It's Yates. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll keep it on the... Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Yates. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now back to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back out comes San Antonio. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Larkin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this is Simpson with a catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to find Gray here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath for Lewis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dreadnoughts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive spans 13 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He finds his man complete. That's Yates. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And the Vancouver 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Yates. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Thunderbirds offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Thunderbirds.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Thunderbirds.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Yates, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll set up a throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Thunderbirds are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dreadnoughts offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. To give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's the option. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He's got Lewis. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there. First down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Gray on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down, Thunderbirds.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back now in San Antonio. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 5. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A gain of 7, and the Vancouver first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Yates. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First down,
Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Yates. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Up the middle they go. Larkin. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Thunderbirds get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Wilcox. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Yates. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. This is Brown. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dreadnoughts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 111 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Brings up second and a yard.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Antonio, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Vancouver,
the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.